Plenty of legends in the house, baby. This is what we do. It's time to go fishing. Start the music.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication.
We're here. Got the bike parked for the rest of the day. Boys are out here getting ready. Most of these guys are diehards. They've been out here camping all night. Yeah.
Let's go.
That's right. It's the best. That's it. I see their plan. Oh, there was tuba. Red rice birthday cake, boy. There's 100 boat captains rolling up in the middle of the night with no lights on. That's pretty gangster. We're gonna have to walk over and check that out real quick. So it was time for the tournament. We gathered up everything we could. We got on the bike with more gear than we have ever packed before, and we took off up the coast. I honestly had no idea what to expect. My emotions were really high. I was really stoked, but at the same time, I'm not from here. With all honesty, I don't know how to fish these waters. I know how to fish, but I don't know how to fish these waters. I've never fished without a sonar or a fish finder of some sort. I've never fished blindly, and I've definitely never fished artificials only. We used no live bait, nothing but jigs and lures in this tournament, which to me was a lot different. Been a professional fisherman basically my whole life, been competing in tournaments my whole life. Consider myself a professional waterman, surfing, fishing, diving, free diving, spear fishing, offshore charters. If it involves the ocean, it's part of my life. I consider you a seasoned fishwife. What are your thoughts on the day so far?
It could be worse.
Oh, I like it.
We got waves, but it's calm here. The waves are coming from somewhere.
That way, yeah.
They're not being created here.
You think there's a bunka big enough for me?
They're all big enough for you.
Boys getting ready. These guys did it right, man. They've got the hammocks. It's a whole different world out here. I don't know, it's pretty interesting. It's gonna be an interesting day. Right now, ironically, it doesn't feel like there's any wind, but there's supposed to be 25 to 30 knot winds within the next 3 to 5 hours. We'll see how this picks up. Either way, I'm ready. So they got one of the boats out of the water right here. It's a perfect example of what we will be fishing on today. And basically, I'm just finding myself a seat up front and hanging on. It's gonna be quite the adventure. The boats are starting to show up, and so are the anglers. This is my kind of cross-cultural experience here, because Lord knows I've not fished a tournament this way before. I've fished some tournaments, but not like this. This is a whole different level. All right, the waves are crashing. Got my coffee, ready to rock. Coast Guard's here, getting ready to do inspections and safety. We are T-minus 20 minutes to go here. Really excited to see how this all plays out. All right, it's 5 after 5 around here. We are getting things going. The sun has started to peek over the top of the mountains, which is gorgeous. A lot more of the bunkas are showing up. The queen is doing my hair, getting her ready to go. That's why she's the queen, the one and only. They're starting to assign boats, get this tournament ready, And it is on.
Gilbert. Gilbert, then Brian Sarke. Press na on. Ito na nakikita mo. Pwede na mga guys, mga boat. Brian Pilayo. Brian, ano? Mr. Perla. Oh.
It's an hour late. There's not enough boats, but it's on. So like I said before, I really had no idea what to expect. 3 a.m. came around really, really early. We met with a couple of the locals that had camped out on the beach, whether in their hammocks or their cars or just laying right on the seawall. The event was supposed to take off at 5. We were supposed to be registered, set with our boats by 4:30 and in the water by 5. But by the time 5 a.m. came and the sun started to crest, there was only about 30 boats in the harbor, and there was well over 100 anglers standing by to get boats. So there was already some kind of mathematical tension building where we're all looking around going, where's the boatman? They started calling names, and man, I was nervous because I knew right off the bat that if I didn't get right out there at first light as soon as possible, I was gonna miss that early morning bite. And the weather window was supposed to just completely close down. We're talking about 30, 35 knot winds, 6-foot seas plus, 3 to 5 meter waves, and 30 plus knot winds, fishing in a canoe with outriggers in the middle of the ocean. Finally, they called my name and I rushed down to the beach. Come to find out, we were so tired and so groggy with the whole thing that Alyssa did not bring her cell phone to record on her end. I put my cell phone away because I didn't want to get it wet, having to jump into the boat and all the splashing and on all the water and all that stuff. My GoPro was too buried at that time, so I didn't pull it out. So we totally missed the whole section of me picking a boat and getting on a boat. But let me tell you, it was unbelievable. I'm on the beach, there's maybe like 3 boats left. I'm like the 40th guy called. There's like 6 guys standing next to me over here and like 8 guys standing over here, and they're looking around. They're trying to make eye contact with boat captains to pick a boat and a banca to get into. And I make contact with this kid named James. He looks at me, he's got this bright pink Hello Kitty hat on, and he just gives me that nod. And I'm like, yeah, you right here, let's go. And he gives me another nod and he pulls in and he's like, hello, sir. And we talked for a quick second and he's like, I'm like, you ready to go fishing? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, let's go. I jumped on his boat, he turned, we pushed out and paddled out past the breakers real quick, cranked on that motor, and boom, we were gone. I made it. And I was so humbled and so grateful for James and his boat, and he has a really nice boat. And just like that, we're off. That was a crazy start. I managed to get a boat. We're taking off. I got my Captain James here. We're going fishing. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Woo! We going fishing, baby. We're gonna win some money today, James. Fishing! It's on! Alyssa, I love you! Yeah! We got the good boat today. My man's running it. Yes. Say what up, YouTube? Yeah, shout out, Captain James. Woo! I've been in the Philippines for almost a year now, and I have not yet actually been able to spend time with a local fisherman on a local banca in local waters and really learn. I've been so busy traveling and dealing with so many things and trying to get this YouTube channel going that I really haven't had time to do what I love and live by my passions. Here I am, I'm on the boat, I'm going fishing, man and man, mano y mano, and it's time to fish. I could not be happier. Whether I caught a fish or not, I really couldn't care. I was doing what I love in an environment that I truly love, and I was so happy and so appreciative of that moment. I felt like I was flying. All right, so we're out here. It's been about an hour and a half. We've dropped to 300. We've dropped to 200, we've dropped to 100, we've dropped to 60, and we've dropped to 40 in the 200. The wind's picking up, the swell is no joke right now. We're gonna turn in a little bit closer to the reef, and then maybe try a little bit shallower on the ledge, probably in about 40, 50 meters. If not, we might troll across the bay and try something else a little protected. Big James right here, he's getting it done. We're gonna figure it out. Okay, we just finished up another 45 minutes of dropping deep. This time in the 20, 30, 40, and 50 meter range, from the bottom all the way to the top. We played it. I played 3 different lures, nothing. The morning bite was tough. When you're fishing offshore professionally in Western countries, even in Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Mexico, or anywhere in America, you've got sonar, you've got radar, you've got fish finders, you know the topography, you've got charts, you've studied. I studied everything I could, but at the end of the day, without a sonar and being able to know what's below me, how deep it is, we were just shooting in the dark blindly, and that made it tough. I basically was just going off of my reel measurements, so we came around the point of Onda and started dropping deep between 300 meters to 200 meters until I touched bottom, which probably could have been a little bit deeper. Honestly, it took a little while because there was a current too, so like I was fishing 300 plus meters on an angle, which definitely made it hard. I probably jigged up and down for about 4.5 hours straight, just trying to find that morning bite. And let me tell you, it was hard. We got maybe 2 strikes the entire morning, and little by little, inch by inch, mile by mile, and hour by hour, the wind started picking up and the waves started getting worse. Out here. It's 10:45 in the morning. I've been fishing for a solid almost 4.5, 5 hours. I've gone through every ounce of tackle I have. Every jig head, every buckeye, every hammertail, squid. I've dropped them up, I've dropped them down, everything. We made the decision right there to set up a troll, put on one of my big trolling strikers, and trolled across the bay to the other side of Guindulman Bay towards the next town that was just west of there to try and get in on a really nice protected shoal there. James is gonna get us squared away. He's crawling over. We're gonna troll across the bay, heading that way, and hopefully we catch something on the troll. If not, we're gonna tuck in on the protected side over there. Troll choice for today would be the Long Shot 6 Bomber. So we're gonna see how she does. By this point, the winds were about 15 knots to 17 knots. The waves were probably 2 to 3, maybe 4, probably 1.5 meters at this point. We trolled all the way across, took us about 35, 45 minutes to get across the bay. Not a single bite. I was honestly devastated at that point, but I wasn't gonna let it get me down. I wasn't gonna give up. James wasn't giving up. We were so stoked. James was so motivated. He was so alert. He was so intent. We were the dream team. So there was no giving up. Giving up is not an option in my book. Lunchtime came. I've never taken a lunch before in a tournament. To me, in a tournament, every second counts. The Filipino style, take a 2-hour lunch, go inside, come back out. Yeah, we'll go back out later. I really honestly couldn't believe it. And within that hour from 10:45 to 11:45, when we decided to turn in for lunch, the wind went from like 15 to 17 knots all the way up to like 25 and gusting, and the swell really started to pick up. And the tide peaked right about noon. The boat ramp and launch point where the event started and was happening was pretty much shut down. There was huge waves crashing against the seawall. There was absolutely no safe method of getting into shore. So James looked at me and was like, we're gonna zigzag in because the waves are too big, which I thought was awesome. He knows how to handle his boat in open water. And he's like, we're gonna go over to my cove where my family lives, where I park my boat, and then I'll hobble you and we'll just ride over together back to the tournament. I'm like, okay, that solves all my problems and worries. Let's go get lunch. All right, so we were on our way in. A couple of things happened. Number one, It's high tide and it is way too dangerous to put a boat at the entrance point at the boat ramp there. I had a big plan though. My plan was to come in. We still had to check out of the hotel. Alyssa was sleeping in the hotel. So I knew that we had to get the boat in, hobble back to the tournament, get on my bike, haul butt over to the hotel, pick up Alyssa, check her out, get back to the event, take lunch, feed my boatman, and then get back on the boat and head out. All of this within the matter of an hour. So it was definitely kind of a rush for me at first. Voila. That means nothing, right? Yeah. How you say awala or nawala? Nawala. Nawala. These people live in shacks and nipa huts and little makeshift homes, but they're on the beach. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So I'm thoroughly impressed right now. Thoroughly humbled. I would give anything just to have a hammock and a shack on the beach. It's pretty impressive, especially in paradise like this. That's a quality captain right there. Not only did I get the local captain, and I mean he literally lives right here on the beach, but he's smart enough to know that we're not going to the main entrance point where everyone else is trying to get in and out and crash. He's taking me right to his house, and we go from there. So I'm impressed. That's how we do that. Teamwork. Does that so that the damage in the rudders don't happen. They prop up. You can see that one's propped up too. Okay. Go back. Not me. Bahalina, Pepsi, yeah? Let's go. The boys already got, look at that. They got the bahal. They got the tuba coming off the palm tree right here on the beach. Beachfront tuba. As we know, it's better when the morning, it's very sweet in the morning. Then by day 3, day 4, it's bahal, bahalina, and they mix it. Day 7, Pepsi, very good. Yeah. I'm winning, whether I catch a fish or not, I'm winning right now. Because James is the man. James is the man right now.
All right, guys, I came back. I got some sleep. I'm all packed up now. I'm gonna head down to the tournament to go meet up with Dagan. It's about 11:30 right now, and we still have a long day to go. This town is super cute. Oh no, I'm okay. Thank you, sir. So I've got a little whiplash from the accident that we were in yesterday. It wasn't a big accident, but it was big enough. Like, got some bumps and bruises and whiplash. So we'll see how Dagan's feeling. I'm sure he's got whiplash too, and he's been out on the sea all day. So hopefully he's holding in strong and feeling good. But this actually might be him coming up on me. I think it's him.
Now.
What do you mean it's crazy right now?
So nobody can get in or out because of how rough it is.
Okay.
My boat captain's name is James. He's the shit.
Yeah.
Brought me to his family beach.
Okay.
Hobbled me back to the tournament. So I'm one of the only people who was able to get in and out real quick. So came to rescue you, eating lunch real quick with him, and then we're going back to his property, getting back on the boat and going back out. We're probably the only ones who can. It's an opportunity.
Yeah.
But it's crazy right now. So hop on, we gotta go.
What's up, legends? We're here with my boy Christian. He's got his own page. We're gonna tag that shit right here below. We're all sitting here taking a break. It's lunch break. I've never been in a fishing tournament in my life, and I've been in thousands where they take a lunch break. It's pretty cool. It's very Filipino. We've taken a lunch break. Captain James brought me in. He hobbled me over here. But take a look at this. This is why nobody can get in or out right now. Look at this. It's literally flooding. Boom! Look at that. Oh! That's what we're dealing with right now. That's how rough it is. And yeah, that car is getting a shower. Basically, everybody's in and everybody's just chilling. So we're gonna go get some lunch. I'm gonna eat real quick, and then we're rolling. We're going back out. Look at this, this is all salt water. Look at this. Some disappointed faces here right now. We're trying to catch that fish. I think only maybe a third or a quarter of these guys are gonna go back out.
So they made it back. He's eating his lunch now.
My phone's in there if you want to do it on there, but yeah. So it's crazy.
This is the water right now. I don't know if the camera's gonna do it any justice. I guess if you watch the boat. Yeah, having James as a captain worked out in his favor. And get this, he's wearing a Hello Kitty hat. The bus that we hit was a Hello Kitty bus. It's a sign. They're gonna go out and they're gonna catch not only the biggest fish, but probably the only fish. And then they're gonna win. And it's gonna be amazing. I have good feelings.
So we're stacking up on that included lunch right now. Every competitor gets a breakfast, a lunch, free coffee, and we actually get dinner as well, which is pretty awesome. 0 to 10, how bad do you say it is out there right now?
It's a 10.
It's a 10!
No consideration, it's a 10.
It's literally a 10 out there right now. Shout out. It is gnarly out there right now. I mean, just look at the waves blowing up behind me.
You excited? Going back out?
Hell yeah.
Me and Captain James here, we're going back out. We are crazy. We're the only ones going back out.
Okay, James, catch a big fish. Okay, see you at 5.
You know, it is what it is. Mano y mano. We are the Bohol Anglers. 21 to 29 knot wind, 3 to 5 foot seas. They say it may calm down a little bit later, but yeah, right. The current weight holder is 13 kilos. I'm gonna go catch a 14 kilo fish. Get there. The rest will be on GoPro. Pray for our safe return. God bless you all. We're going fishing. Love you.
I love you. Bye! And he's up. These guys are not going back out.
And now we are back with James and his family on the property here on the side of town, and we are headed back onto their boat. So the bottom line is, it is really, really rough, and I mean beyond rough. And these guys, I firmly believe that like 90% of them are not gonna go back out. It's dangerous. But James has got a big, strong boat. He's got a big, strong attitude. I like the guy. He also has a sea anchor, which I think is really gonna work in our favor. Let's see what we can make of it. It's time to go fishing again. Okay. Main mo to, auntie. James and I get back to the boat. We realize that probably 90% of the fishermen that were in the event were done at that point. The guy with the winning fish so far, the 13 kilo king mackerel, went in and he was done. He wasn't even going back out. So I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, I've got an opportunity here. I've got another chance. It's like this whole big second chance vibe energy started filling me up. With the waves being so rough, we try to like spin the boat and get out in time, and a couple of big waves come and we actually hit his rudder and his prop, and we bent everything a little bit. So as soon as we go to take off, the whole boat's got this like horrible vibration starts happening. And James and I turn and look at each other and we're like, so we got to get in and fix the prop first. So we're kind of dead in the water until that point. But either way, we're out here and no one else is. Sure? Okay. He said, okay, that means we're good. Meanwhile, Alyssa's in town, having a good old time walking around vlogging and meeting the locals.
Alberto Tubio.
Alberto,
Tubio.
nice to meet you.
Okay.
What's your name?
Ojoy Simbahon. Ojoy Simbahon.
Oh, Joyce?
Ojoy Simbahon.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. They said one picture. They wanted to be in the vlog. Did you guys have fun out there in the water? Was it scary? Nah? Who caught fish?
This one.
You caught fish? What did you catch? A what? Mackerel. Ah. How big?
13 kilos.
Very nice. Maybe winner.
If nobody would catch bigger than his, then he would be going home with 50K.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah. Actually,
We will see.
cases of beer.
Brought.
Preparation.
Yeah. Smart man. Got your priorities straight. Yeah. A literal night and day difference. Last night it was so packed you could barely move through these stalls. And now, peace and quiet. Oh, what a day. I was in such a crabby mood this morning, but now seeing this, meeting Dagan's boat captain, seeing the hat that he was wearing, his name, they're the only ones probably going back out. I'd be surprised if even 5 other captains are going out, 5 other fishermen are going out. I would be shocked. Most of them are just sitting there, chilling until tonight's festivities. No one guy caught a mackerel, 13 kilos, so Dagan just has to catch one. Maybe he'll catch bigger. That would be awesome. I'm feeling it. I'm in what's called the vortex. If you watch Abraham Hicks, she talks a lot about the vortex and manifestation and being positive and just living in the moment and being open to whatever comes. So I'm really excited. This is the setup for tonight. It looks really, really pretty. I'm excited to see what this evening holds for the dinner and the ceremony. It should be a really good night. So it's kind of nice to see it before everything starts to go down. It's a quiet little town. I mean, it's nice. Every time we go to, I'm like, oh, I like it. Can we live here? Hello. Hello, Mom. How are you? Good. I love to check out the markets, and since Dagan's gone, we'll go check out the market by ourselves. Those are some beautiful carrots. Hello, how are you? Wow, this is a really nice market, very clean. Every market in every town here in Bohol seems to be a lot of the same, but still really different. So it's always fun to come and check out all the markets whenever you go into a different town. Meet the local people. Oh, this one, she's got flowers. Wow. Hello, your flowers are so beautiful. Thank you. So pretty. Wow, those are beautiful. Look at that. Look at that color. My favorite color. Ooh, they got little bags of popcorn. I might have to get one for Dagan. And they got cheesy popcorn too. That might be happening. His little reward. Get one for him and James. It's so relaxed here in the Philippines. I'll be honest with you guys, I've noticed that I've been able to relax more, which has been huge and which was pretty much the goal for me of moving to the Philippines. Being able to not have to live in the grind. Hi! How are you guys? Okay? You want to be on my vlog? Okay, okay. What do you guys have here? Are you making food? Ah, okay. Yeah. My husband out fishing. Yeah, in the fishing tournament. Yeah.
My husband, you're fishing.
Yeah. Okay. That was epic. That was amazing. My heart is full. My mind is happy. That was absolutely wonderful. The people here are so kind, so generous. This town is amazing. They have a little piece of my heart now. People here are so wonderful. All right, headed back to check out and see if maybe the water has calmed down. It doesn't look like it has at all as I'm walking closer. Looks like the wind is just as crazy as it was before. Dagan was trying to call me earlier on the walkie. Some reason I can't get through to him. I can hear him. I don't think he can hear me. So I can hear Dagan. I don't think he can hear me. I don't know why that's not working. They worked the other day at home when I went, I took the walkie down the street to go get some bread from the bakery. So I don't know, maybe it's just too far. They only stretch like 2 miles, if that. So, oh look, they're setting up the stage. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun tonight. I'm so excited. This turned out to be such a great day. I was in such a crappy mood earlier. Really? Honestly, it's hard to stay in a crabby mood in the Philippines because the people here are so kind and so happy. They just put you in a good mood. That's what I'm gonna say about that.
I gotta honestly admit, I'm really proud of Alyssa for that. That was her first time really venturing out, picking up the camera and doing it on her own. I think she did an amazing job. What do you guys think? All right, so the tournament ends at 5 o'clock. It is now 1:30 and James and I have just got the prop and rudder fixed enough to where we can slow motor out, maybe 3 to 4 knots at speed into 6 to 8 foot swell, 30-mile-an-hour winds, rough white cap crashing ocean, and we're just taking it head on, right on the face. I can't hold the camera, I can't keep my sunglasses on, I can barely keep my eyes open. James is kind of like shielding behind me as the waves just keep smashing over the boat. I'm bailing out the boat as we go. It takes us another hour to get out to the fishing grounds. I start fishing. Thank God for James's sea anchor. It really helped keep us in place and steady us. I start fishing. I'm just basically, I've got my legs wrapped around the bamboo struts on the bow of the boat, and I'm just like squeezing with my butt cheeks and my legs and then pressing my toes into the sides of the banca to try to keep balance. Meanwhile, the whole boat's going like this. And I'm just sitting here taking these 200 and 300, 400 grain jigs all the way to the bottom of the ocean and back up and down just constantly for hours. My shoulders are killing me. I've got an artificial shoulder over here. Everything's replaced on this side. Even my bicep got ripped off and had to be reattached. So I'm not exactly 100%, but here I am giving it my all, doing everything I can. Nothing, not a bite. I was just, oh, I felt so defeated. I looked at the clock, it was like 4:15. I knew it was gonna take us at least 30 minutes to get back in, surfing with the wind and the swell. So I told James, I'm like, all right, bro, we've got one chance right now. I'm gonna drop this new jig. I'm gonna put the last jig I have not used yet. I put it on, I let it charge in the sun because it's got these fluorescent tiger stripes that glow in the dark down. I say a quick prayer and I just look at James and I'm like, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. Thinking, I'm like, okay, I maybe have 2 or 3 more up and downs left and we gotta go. And I drop it all the way down and I'm reeling and I'm reeling and I'm reeling and all of a sudden I felt this huge just thump and I'm like, oh, oh, oh. And then it fell off and then my heart like dropped and James is like, oh, oh, oh. And I'm like, oh, oh, oh. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, wait, wait. And then boom, another strike. But the second strike didn't feel as big as the first one, but it didn't matter. Fish on.
Okay, fish on! Yeah, Freddy!
Here we are. We got one.
Yeah. Woo. Oh, something to eat. I didn't get stumped. I caught a fish. Yeah!
Exactly.
Oh. Okay, let's get him off. Do it again. Woo!
I caught a fish. A delicious, beautiful 2.5 kilo ruby snapper or pink snapper here as they call it. Our time was up. I was already humbled enough to know I wasn't gonna win the tournament. James wasn't gonna win the tournament, but you know what? I had an amazing time. I learned so much. I got humbled so much, and with that gained so much knowledge through fear and anxiety and hard lessons learned after 12 hours of fishing in open water in a bunker. I looked right at James, I gave him a huge hug, we celebrated, and we turned and burned. It was business time. I was like, look, we gotta get in, we gotta make way in, we gotta get in time. And we surfed these giant waves all the way back into shore. We had to do the same thing where we parked over at his family cove, got on his motorbike and hobbled over to the tournament, got to the tournament, walked up just in time for the local camera crew to start doing a quick interview on me. And during the interview, as I'm giving the interview, the clock runs out. First off, it was an absolute honor to be part of this, to even be allowed to come to this tournament. I feel very blessed to be here in the Philippines, surrounded by a bunch of my own brothers in arms. James is an amazing captain, an amazing boatman. I couldn't have done it without him. He had no fear. He was absolutely resilient the whole time. And honestly, I can't wait for next year. I'm gonna come back, that's for sure. Time's up. Yeah. We made it in time. We didn't get skunked. We caught one fish. I made friends. That's all that matters. Yeah. I made a bunch of new friends. I had a very amazing time. We're all blessed by God to be here. This is an amazing event. I've done a lot of tournaments around the world. This is not easy. Doing all this and running this kind of event is not easy. And this crew and these directors and these people did an amazing job with this event. I'm very, very happy to be here. I think they did an amazing job keeping us safe, making sure to postpone it to keep all of us safe. I know it's very stressful. I know a lot of people couldn't be here because they had to travel from far away, but that's respect. I have nothing but respect for them canceling the first two events. So congratulations to the winner. I know it's not me, and I'm ready for a red horse.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Evening awards ceremony. Look, I got to give another huge shout out to JP and his queen Judy, who, honest to God, they put together the most amazing event. They set this tournament up better than I've seen most American tournaments, most Costa Rican, Mexican tournaments, professional tournaments all around the world. They did an amazing job. The dinner, the stage, the lighting, the camera work, the setup, the ceremony, the swag, the participation awards, the trophies, the whole setup was just amazing. I was so excited to just sit down and enjoy it. We had a killer breeze and the weather was perfect. I had such an amazing time sitting there hanging out and catching up with everybody and seeing how much joy an event like this brought to these people. I gave my prize fish to my boatman James and sent it home with him for his family for dinner. And then we all sat there and ate dinner, had some drinks. And right at the end, JP came up to me and he actually asked me to do a closing speech for the ceremony, which I was totally humbled and honored to do.
Biggest events around the world. What Judy and JP just did deserves a lot of credit. Let's give it up for them. Give it up for Judy and JP. Let's go. I'm really honored to be here. JP asked me to say a few words, and then he already put me on blast on the TV, so I really just have to concur with what I said earlier. Thank you, God, for bringing us all together. Thank you, Guindulman, for hosting this. And thank you, JP. Thank you to all the political leaders and sponsors for the group. And hopefully I've learned something today other than wearing sunscreen. And I'll try to catch a bigger fish next year. Congratulations to the winner. Congratulations to all the boatmen. You guys are amazing. This is amazing. Guindulman is amazing. Bohol, the Philippines is amazing. Salamat kayo. I love you guys. Thank you, Mike.